I'm kind of a history buff, and so one of the things that has occurred to me in looking at what's come down lately is that there's strong parallels between cities, which developed in isolation and developed their own way of doing things, and then later on were connected by the railroads. And IT shops, which grew in isolation. You'd buy a mainframe, you'd write your app, you'd make it customized. It was all different from this IT shop to that IT shop, which then got connected by the internet. And it took time for things to shake out. It took time for the economy of cities to grow, to create the interdependence that occurred between them. And that required standardization, and it required changes in manufacturing that happened, at roughly the same time as the railroads came along. One of the foundational concepts was one that is owed to Eli Whitney. In 1807, he got a contract to build rifles for the federal government, and he realized that by making consistent parts and then assembling the rifles out of consistent parts, that what he called his interchangeability system, that he could be more efficient in the way he mass-produced things rather than custom fitting every part into every rifle. We have the same problem in computing today, where we haven't stood back and said, oh, I need resources that can be interchanged, resources where I can pre-allocate them, resources where, and I'm not talking just raw computing, I'm talking data concepts, right? Items that are being manipulated. We're seeing a little bit of it emerge. You can go to Expedia, you can go to Orbitz, you can go to places like that and do a bid on a 3-star hotel room in Midtown Manhattan for Friday night. And only after you acquire the hotel room, do you know what hotel you're in. But what they've done is they've categorized those into interchangeable units. I can get a king-size, non-smoking 3-star room in this area, and now they've got a pool of hotels against which to come back and offer that resource. That is interchangeability. We don't think enough about how to do that. We don't think enough about how to design our applications to allow that. And that's just one implication that I see when I look at the parallels between what's happened in history, connecting cities, and what's happening today, connecting IT shops.